Okay, today I'm going to show you how to, the topic is hydroponic gardening. So I'm going to show you, here's one of my peace lilies that, in my opinion, I believe it needs to be repotted. Okay, and nice glass vase that I purchased. They're real inexpensive to get. So I'm gonna repot this peace lily, and I'm gonna put it in this larger pot that we have right here. Okay. Okay, first thing you need is you need a sizable container, one that's a little bit larger than the previous one that I had, and this is significantly larger. I also recommend that you use marbles. Okay, I have quite a bit of marbles here. You can get marbles in different sizes and shapes. Got some marbles right here. And you can use these marbles, or you can use, you can actually mix topsoil with some of your marbles. So I'm going to use the topsoil marble mixture that I already have prepared. And I'm going to use that because roots like to hang on to something. So these roots that we have here will be, you got marbles and a little bit of dirt, topsoil, that's at the bottom of this hydroponic jar. And what's happening is the roots are hanging on to the marbles, because the roots really want to have something to hang on to. So we're getting ready to start the process of repotting. So we're going to put this jar of marbles and topsoil at the bottom of this container. Okay, and I think this is a sizable amount of marbles and topsoil, because believe it or not, I have, due to various experiments that I've done, I found out that topsoil mixed with the marbles, the topsoil is really a good natural fertilizer for the hydroponic plants. I don't use any commercial hydroponic solution in order to maintain my hydroponic plants. Next, I'm also going to use some rainwater, because I actually collect rainwater. And I have a jar of rainwater that's been already set to room temperature and everything. I like to do the rainwater that I collect from outside. I bring it in and let it get to room temperature. So you always want to use rainwater that's at room temperature. I do not use tap water. Okay, I don't use tap water at all. So I really highly recommend that you use rainwater. I collect rainwater, and I collect them in buckets, and then I just put them in these these empty jars that I've used. In this one I used Pure Leaf. I tried to promote it, but I used the container in which the tea that I already drank in. I used this bottle to collect and hold on to rainwater. Okay, as you can see, I've already poured some of the rainwater into the container with the marbles and some of the topsoil that I have. Okay, now I'm getting ready to remove the peace lily from this plant, from this container into this container. Okay, here I am moving the plant, and as you can see, it's real easy to remove it, and you just place it back. You just place it in the new container. Okay, now what I also do is, not only am I using the rainwater out of container, I'm going to use the rainwater that's already been in the original container, because I want it to maintain, keep or maintain the water that it originally had. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to top it off with the remaining I poured all the water from the previous container. And so now I'm going to use this rainwater to top it off. Okay. In this case, I might need more, but for right now, I want to make sure that I have submerged all of the roots that was in the plant. Now there's a big difference. I topped it off a little bit. I added a little more rainwater. Eventually the soil is going to settle to the bottom of this container, and you're going to end up having a clearer solution of rainwater. So, and you'll be able to see the roots. Okay. If you want to use colorful marbles, you can use colored marbles to kind of decorate the bottom, to make it look more colorful. Because, I mean, if you want to be decorative, you can use colored marbles to make things a little more festive. Okay? The end result is going to be this plant, and because the mouth of the container is a lot wider, this plant is going to be able to thrive and going to be able to have larger leaves, and it's going to be able to grow a little larger, and you have more room for it to grow. All right, and that concludes my my lesson on hydroponic gardening. Take care.